I'm at SEMA 2022 at the Las Vegas Convention Center, and there are some Toyota Sequoias, new 2023 Toyota Sequoias that are worth checking out at the show. 1 stock and 3 that have been modified.
Hey guys, I'm Jeff with Westcott Designs. We're here in the Toyota booth at the 2022 SEMA show. This is now one of the new 2023 TRD Pro Sequoias. We had about 5 weeks to build this truck. We'll start in the front with some of the things we've done to it. We built some billet machined aluminum emblems or letters here in the front for the Toyota writing. We built some billet aluminum D-rings here in the front, and those are actually hard mounted into the frame, so they're actually directly bolted to the frame so they can be removed and stuff. But those, we use the fog light buckets on those, on that. Coming around the side of the car, it had the camouflage fender liners or fender trim, and we went ahead and we painted it gloss black to match all the window trim around the car. We ran a set of Innovate G400s on this and a 17 by 8.5 with the simulated bead lock, and those are hard anodized in red as well. This has a set of the new Adapt series 6-inch lights from Rigid. These have GPS actually in every one of them, so they sense the distance on speed on how far they project out. So they're super cool looking lights. This has a set of our 0-degree sliders on this side with the top plates. They're all DOM and TIG welded. One of the things we did on our sliders is we contoured the front here to match the curvature of the bottom of the lower garnishment here, or the door panel. And then we bring them all the way to the back here. And in the back of the slider, where the slider ends in the back of the car here, we ended them right here at the end of the fender, so everything ties in to work properly with that. And as far as looks, of course, we incorporated our bottle opener into this. This is a machined billet aluminum bottle opener, hard anodized as well in red. There again to match the bead rings. The stripes here, obviously it's Toyota's heritage colors, stripes, so we use those. And really originally it started on the jet ski because this in '84 was a factory color from Toyota on this jet ski, and so we wanted to incorporate the two colors together with that. So we did so. They brought it together really well. This exhaust, we wanted to run it out from the back to the side. So what we did is we built the exhaust system actually using the factory TRD Pro tips, so it looked factory with a little flare to it. And then everything that we did on this truck is incorporated off the triangles that are off the bead rings that are incorporated into the triangles here on the ring around the exhaust. And then we'll move up to the roof rack because we did the same thing up here. We incorporated the triangles into here from there, and then also the triangles into here on the mounts we made to hold the GFC camper on this. And there again, we incorporated our bottle openers as well to the roof rack, and we try to keep it nice and tight across there. We did it in a black gloss finish to match the moldings again. And then same with the ladder up the back. We put a lot of time in the ladder just trying to match all the angles down the back window, down the rear hatch, and down to the fastening point at the bottom, and to make it super secure, but also look like it was something maybe factory with the truck. So move back here to the rack on the back. This is an '84 jet ski, stand-up jet ski. Kind of brings back memories here of my time and maybe some people that are in the age demographics, maybe of the Sequoia, I don't know. But '84 jet ski here. We built the rack that goes in the back here that it's on. We designed it so when you're looking out the mirror, this just goes right into the water so you can see when you're putting it in the water, so it hangs out a little bit off the side on it. I'll show you how the rack works, but I'll show you some of the details here on the back of the vehicle before we get to how the rack works. You can see the ladder like we did, super secure on the back of the car here. We painted the emblem from chrome, and the red used to be blue, so we tied that in. We painted this license plate upper piece here. We painted in gloss, it was satin. And then one of the things we did was we cut the back of the tailgate here and incorporated the TRD Pro riding stamping in the back just to make it look like it was something maybe from the factory. So this actually slides into the trailer hitch here, and it's super sturdy. It's got our patented locking mechanism in the back of it. But I'll show you how this closes up. I pull the lever here, locks like that. We've got our gas cans, let's go places. Gotta have that, that's important. So, and then we grab it here, swing the lever around here, That locks in like that. We even incorporated the brake lights and also the bumper sensors back here in the bottom. So you still don't lose any of the safety. You do lose a little bit visibility on the rear camera, but that's okay. We still have some of that other sensor stuff on there. So all the hardware that was on that side of the vehicle was done in black oxide coating and 12-point ARP bolts. This side we did is all 12-point bolts, all in polished stainless. So it gives the car two different looks on the car. We went to the same wheel on this side. We just ended up going to a red hard anodized with a black bead ring. And so everything ties in from this side to the car and gives two different looks. So that's kind of the idea. We did a 20-degree rock slider on this side just to show people variation, more of the off-roader kind versus using it as a step. This can still be used as a step as well. It just doesn't work quite as well, but it keeps it nice and tight to the body. So there again, we incorporated our logo onto it, or our name, with the red anodized to match the wheels. One of the things we did is this had textured finished mirrors, satin finished mirror covers. We did them in white, so they kind of tie into the door handles. We just thought it'd be nice to tie everything in and keep it together. The brackets actually on the front of these lights, we actually did all these light brackets here, and we actually scooted them down to keep them really tight to the roof rack on this when we did that. So we didn't want to mount them on the top, we wanted to mount them down in the front, just keep it a little bit tighter on the mount points on that. So has the factory Fox suspension, and it's running our lift kit in it, our preload collar in the front, and then we ran Old Man Emu springs 0.75 in the back, medium loads, with also our puck with it at 1.5 inch to offset for the weight of the jet ski in the rack. We pin back the fender liner here. We do chop off the front edge of this, and we take 1 inch off of it and we block this in. We also make a bracket that actually bolts in directly behind here that actually pulls the liner back. We don't have to do any modification to the liner in the front, but it pulls the liner back in the back. And I will tell you, these Nitto, these are new Recon grapplers. They run true to size, so they are a true 37. So yes, they take a little bit more work, but you can see as far as in the fender, it looks factory. And with the adjustment on the upper control arms, we're able to get the alignment correct, and we're able to get the tire to fit in there nicely without any kind of rubbing at all. So this is a true 37, and this is the new Recon grappler that they're just releasing, and we're trying them out for them. So, but it works really well in this setup. We did the coloring up on the hood, and then in here we've got the embossing of the TRD Pro in the hood to kind of just make it subtle, but you can see it there on that. And then we have our Go Fast camper on the roof, and we tied in all the colors on the Go Fast camper. And then also Trek was nice enough to get us some bikes that match the whole setup as well. So, you know, we hope you guys enjoy it. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We're happy to answer any questions for you. If you decide you want to go on our website, go on to westcottdesigns.net, or you can even find us on Instagram or even YouTube, Westcott Designs on YouTube.
Nathan here with CBI and Prinsu. We're here at SEMA in the Toyota booth, and just want to do a quick walk around on the Sequoia here. So this is a Sequoia that we built in partnership with the 4-wheel drive Toyota Owners Magazine. Super awesome, fun build. If you take a look, we'll start right at the front. We've got our covert front bumper with the bolt-on grill guard. Holds a winch, of course, up to a 12,000 pound winch. You've got options for light bars right here that are behind the factory grille, which is kind of a cool feature. Great access to your winch line, and it incorporates with the skid plates underneath. So you've got great protection all the way from the front to the back. Very cool thing, we've got, of course, our machine D-rings, which is a new staple with CBI now. You've got the D-rings that work with your hard shackles and your soft shackles, so it makes a huge difference. All your sensors still work, whether it's your parking sensors or cruise control, your adaptive cruise and all of that. If we go along to the side here, of course you got your ditch light brackets with some rigid lights and the Prinsu rack. The Prinsu rack on this vehicle is a future product to come. So this is kind of our first release on this new option for the Prinsu rack, which it gives you a side plate on the side and on the front. You can incorporate that into your design as far as colors. So you can see this one's two-tone with the black and the bronze, which really gives it a nice look, but it also has an impact on the strength of the rack. So the Prinsu rack's always been a super strong rack. This is just taking it to the next level. as far as strength and feasibility for all the accessories you want to put up there. So one thing to point out on the roof rack as well, I mean, we talked about the color. Of course, we have these custom colored handles to match the bronze, but these are our Ridgeline handles, and they're set up right now without lights on them. You can pop out this black plate right here and put a light in, which gives you awesome perimeter lighting for camping. The other thing that we bypassed is our utility hook, and the utility hook is an awesome feature. Actually, in a scenario like we have right here with two vehicles side by side, it's perfect to use a hammock between them. And so that's really what that originally was designed for, is to mount a hammock between two vehicles via the utility hook. The other thing that I've personally found is I usually end up putting my toiletry bag hanging off my utility hook when I'm brushing my teeth or whatever. People will hang garbage off of it, or whatever you want to hang from your roof rack. It's a great feature to have on the Prinsu rack. This particular vehicle has 33-inch tires with 17 or 18-inch wheels. The methods, it's a Toy-Tech lift with the Camberg upper control arms here, and then also the trailing arms in the rear. And they're all machined aluminum, just a really cool suspension setup. If we go around to the side here, we've got our side steps on this one. So we were going for a little bit different style. So rather than rock sliders, we have the side steps, which work great for getting up to the roof rack, and they just provide pretty cool styling on the vehicle. If we come around to the rear though, we've got some really cool things going on the rear of the vehicle. So this is our rear bumper for the Sequoia, and it includes bolt-on swing arms. So this is again a new option for our customers, to where you can add swing arms after the fact. So it's a brand new thing that we're rolling out. You're gonna see it on the new Tundra rear bumper, of course on the Sequoia, and then we'll start seeing it on some of the other models, which is pretty neat. Another cool thing that we've done on this particular swing arm is this universal dual mount. So this is again a new product that's coming, but gives you the opportunity to give you a little more flexibility with this space that's on the side of the tire. So for this build, we mounted the roto packs and then the power tank on this side. You could really do whatever you wanted. You could mount max tracks on one side, roto packs on the other. You could mount, a jerry can on one side and max tracks on the other. You can really configure this space however you want. I'll show you another cool thing. So this is another new product that's coming. So it's a new latch for our swing arms. It's a machined latch specifically to our swing arms that's stronger, gives you more flexibility as far as the setup. And this vehicle's locked, so I won't be able to show you this. We got this cool plate that we built into the top of this bumper. So under here it says Sequoia, and then it's got this mountain landscape, which is kind of neat. And then this piece right here is a snap-on piece, so it gives you access to the receiver hitch. And you just press these buttons and unsnap it, and it gives it a real clean look. Again, this bumper is built for adaptation with the sensors and everything, so you have full functionality on the vehicle, at least regarding the electronics, which is pretty cool. You guys have probably seen these, but the machined pull pins, those are new. Hopefully they don't care that I open this. I don't think they will, right? The other thing that's really cool about this latch, just to mention, is it's got a trigger. So you pull the trigger and that's what releases it. So it's got a very positive connection, which I think is pretty cool. Swing arms are easy to bolt on and off, so to give people flexibility for how they're building out their overland vehicles. So we're standing in front of another brand new Sequoia. This is Overland's build out. They did all of the design on this vehicle, and then we helped them with the parts. So covert front bumper, full rear bumper with the bolt-on swing arms, full skid plates and everything underneath, the side steps and the roof rack. I'll just point out a couple differences. You can see the opportunity to customize the products with color. So this side step obviously has the Overland logo in it, so it's a special collab with them, but they matched all the coloring on this, from the step plates to the roof rack itself. We also went with the Summit handles on this rack, and this is again another brand new product that's coming out. If you look, there's lights built in, LED lights to the bottom of all of these handles. And what's really cool about them is they truly are built into the handle. So the wiring runs through the handle and then pops out right here, and it's wired down the back side of the rack. So every one of these handles has an LED light that just lights up, again, your whole perimeter around the vehicle, which is perfect for camping. If you need some perimeter lighting, we used to use our rock lights for perimeter lighting, and we use our handles now off the roof rack because it gives more spread and better light projection. Other than that, these guys did a really awesome full vehicle wrap. I mean, they even wrapped the trim and everything. They've got, of course, the General Tire grabbers on this one with the Icon wheels, and they have the full Icon suspension. Very first vehicle to have the Icon suspension on it, and it's gonna be a new product that they're releasing as well. As far as these products go, I mean, we have specifically with the Sequoia, they're all brand new products. They're gonna be released on our website. Stay tuned in the next few weeks. These things are basically production ready right now. We're working on getting product in stock, and these will be available. So Sequoias are hitting the lots for people right now, and I know people are anxious to get their own and start building it out. So check the website and watch social media for all the releases. CBIOffroadFab.com and Prinsu.com.
This is the 2023 Toyota Sequoia TRD Pro, and this one's one of the few stock ones here at the show in the Toyota booth. You can see this one comes in the Solar Octane color, which is a beautiful color. Because it's the Pro, it comes with the upgraded suspension, so you got a slight lift and slightly more aggressive tires than you see on the other models. In the back, we've got automatic tailgate, which opens up to reveal third row seats. And because it's a Sequoia, there is just tons of room in the back here. In front of that, you've got captain's chairs, plenty of space. The front is very similar to the Tundra that I have, including the 14-inch screen, which looks ridiculous when you first look at it, but is a fantastic thing to have, especially if you're using navigation maps like Onyx or Gaia while off-road. Center console looks a little different from mine, a little upgraded, a little nicer materials. And on the back, you've got the blue badge because the Sequoia comes standard with the hybrid engine, which produces a ton of power.